I got a valve that been emailed me about. It comes out of these lighters like this. These are Mo Electric, or let's see. Let me get. They're in several different types of lighters, but let me get the case itself out. Here's the case. There's the top. The lighter, I think, actually itself is made in Germany, okay? But anyway, he's the one to replace the stopper inside the valve. One thing I do know, because I tore this one out, there's a little plastic insert in the bottom here. I tore that out, and there isn't anything below that, and there isn't any way to take that out. That's a permanent piece in there, so don't mess with that. Okay, I just did that to know what's underneath here. I'm not care whether I destroy the tank or not. It didn't matter to me. Anyway, the valve that we're talking about is like this. Let me see if I can get in focus here. You see how it's kind of beveled down there at the bottom? This valve here, though, has a screw-in top. So once you unscrew this here, and you can actually, this valve part right here actually fits in from the bottom. But this is pressed in, this is a pressed in valve. The piece that you're seeing in the middle is actually this piece here, all right? And there is the hole that the inside stopper, the valve deal, this is the valve here, pushes against, okay? Now, I'm going to put this together to show you how. Now, tools that I got, make like this, something to use like a press. But let me show you what I got here. You got this spring goes over that, obviously. Then you got a little washer that goes over that. Then you got a little clear washer that goes over that. I'm trying to do this. There we go. You could put an O-ring around that where that clear washer is. Anyway, that fits inside just like that. Okay. Now this part here, let me try to. This part here is actually kind of pressed in. Let me see if I got something to. Let me see if I can just get that in enough to hold. It's probably. Let me see here. Give me just a second here. Yeah. I need to hold that open. What I'm going to do is figures that happen. Trying to do is just compress this down. Maybe something a little easier, a little smaller to deal with here. Here we go. All right. Let's see what I got there. Got that hold of that. Now this part goes in just like this. Now listen, when I pushed that out, it didn't, let me see if I can get that back in just, because you don't want to, I had to, okay, let me show you this one. See how there's kind of a bevel around there, around this valve here. Let me see, get it focused. I put this in a drill and spun it and put a file on the end of it and kind of cleaned that off. Well, you'll get what looks like two different types of metals. You don't want to, you just want to get rid of that bevel a little bit so you can kind of see the two pieces, the outside part of the valve and the inside part of the seat, the part I'm trying to put in right now. Because this isn't an easy valve to work on. But if your stopper's bad, you know, on the inside it's hard. You got to work on it. Otherwise, your lighters, you know, you just can't repair it. Let's see here. Give me something here. I'm probably going to have to tap that in. You see, because it's wanting to go in a little crooked. I'm probably going to. But anyway, you gotta get this valve in. You gotta get that valve in flat. Something, you know, there. Let me put this down and just tap it a little bit. There we go. Hey everybody, hi Fernando. Anyway, I didn't get it completely seated straight, but anyway, when you do get that back in there straight, you're going to have to put a little bit of solder around there. Okay. Now that's going to be a tedious job because you can't get that too hot. So you're going to have to get something like, you know, soldering station and just, you know, get that sanded up and get some cleaner on there and just go around there quickly because you don't want to get the inside stopper too hot. All right. But what I used was, here's what I used, okay? Let me show you to get this out. This is part of my Dunhill kit that I got, but you might be able to fabricate something using one of these. I'm not for sure. But what I did was I put the valve in here like this and stuck it through here. And of course you can see what I'm doing. And just after I sanded this down, I went ahead and let screw probably went in with my other parts. Let's see, back that up a little bit. And that's what I did to push that out. Okay, that's after you see how I sanded it. Let's get a focus here. Okay, let's get focused here, camera. Come on. Give me a second, guys. There. Okay. You see how I kind of just put it down a little bit with a file. Then you can see that I got a lighter color in the inside, darker color. And you could just barely see a line going around there. When I got to that point, file it down, that's when I went ahead and used this and pushed that bottom out and got the different pieces. Anyway, that valve you'll find in, these lighters. This is a different one, but you can see the little plastic down in the bottom of the plastic piece I was talking about. And these basically just screw in. And these lighters, this is your flame adjustment screw, is screwing these in too. So there is no, once you repair these lighters, you adjust your flame to where you want it, and it just basically stays there. Then your little mechanism, which let me grab one, because I know I got plenty of mechanisms here. Just, if I can find one here. I had a bunch of them here. Well, I thought I did here. I gave a bunch of them away to that guy, because I had more than I'd ever use. I probably got some laying around here. I wouldn't give everything away, but fits underneath there. And when you flip down, it raises this up. So, but like I said on this one here, see, it's threaded. So what you'd have to do is just pull this valve up, get underneath there and hold it with some of these, something small. You can get underneath there and hold it after you lift it up, and just unscrew this off of there. But still, this one's, you're going to have to put this in a drill and turn it and file it down to get it to where you can put that little device on there like I got here and press it out from the bottom. That's the only way to get to that stopper. All right. As a matter of fact, let's just push it out. There we did. Yeah. Well, there it went. There it went on the floor. And there's your stopper right there. I don't know what size it is, but I always buy I always buy different sizes of this O-rings and more. This is different size cord, okay? That way, if you need a stopper like for that, you can just Get a piece of the cord out, get your stopper out, measure it, then you can cut the cord and everything to size, and you got a new stopper. You got to cut that evenly, so you want to make sure that you use sharp razor blades on that. All right. Now that valve that I had, like that, like this. Let's see here. Here's what the other one looked like. Let me get this out. I'll take everything apart here, but this one had this one here had this over it. Okay, well, obviously I had to, this went over, and it was kind of like hammered down a little bit, beveled. Okay, then over that little washer, after it's on there and it's beveled, it had this little cap on it like this. Okay, so that's what it looked like. So just so you'll know, that'll be the two different styles that I've seen. Of course, your little activating lever went underneath this side here. All right, so it was up a little bit. Not the same height as this one here. So anyway, that's what we got on that. So you guys out there, working on these monogases and stuff like that, that's what you got to do to replace the stopper inside one of them monogases. Now I got a few extra parts, like new, I got a few extra parts for these monogases if you want to kind of like dress yours up a little bit, make yours look kind of nice and new and neat. Cleave your mono out. So if you need any of these, give me a holler. Got a few of I got a few springs, and I got a few screws. I got a few of the flint springs, that fit in your lid for turning your flint wheel. I got a few, let's see, other parts and stuff, but if you need anything, just give me a shout out, but that's all it's going to be for now, guys.